Hey there, this is not the usual type of video that I make, but I thought I would just record a little video journal for Chevy's little adventure. He was playing with Levi yesterday, running in the field like they normally do every day, and the next thing I knew, he was walking on just 3 legs and was not putting any weight whatsoever on his hind right legs. So at first I thought maybe he just had something on his foot, whatever. We ended our walk, got home, I checked him over, couldn't find anything. And then it just kind of clicked that maybe he tore his ACL. And I did a lot of research before going to the vet this morning. Or booked the appointment to go to the vet this morning. His appointment was in the afternoon. But I did some research last night and this morning to have the proper questions and to not be influenced in panicking and freaking out that he needed surgery like ASAP or anything like that. So I wanted to be well informed. I watched several videos on people who are going the conventional route of treating this at home with a lot of time and patience and dedication. As opposed to going the surgical route. At this point, that's what I'm going to try, just because it seems to be successful for many pet owners to go that direction. So after bringing him to the vet, she said it was a pretty severe tear. She's not sure if it's a full tear, but she kind of said it was, but there's no real way of knowing that for sure unless they do like diagnostic imaging, and I wasn't really going that route. So she just told me he pretty much needs to be on bed rest for the next 6 to 8 weeks, and that's not him being cured or anything. That's just him building the scar tissue to start healing, and it'll take months and months of recovery time for him to recoup from this. And hopefully not need surgery. So he is on painkillers right now, not a massive amount that he's like completely out of it. He has had a long day, so he is sleepy and kind of drowsy because he had the car ride, he had the vet exam, they manipulated his knee, so he's sore again, probably more so than he was beforehand, and it was just kind of like a tough day for him. So otherwise, he's completely healthy. He looks great. He's healthy, weight, healthy, everything. So that's good, and that's in his favor. But it's going to be tough because Chevy is very, very active. I mean, he's very calm in the house. Most people who only know Chevy, like in the outside world, thinks he's a crazy dog that never stops. But he's actually pretty mellow when he's home. So I think, and he's crate trained as well, not that I'm going to be putting him in his crate 24/7 or anything like that, but at least I know if he gets hyped up, he has a calm spot to go to. There's no stairs in my apartment or to go outside, so that's, again, in our favor, and it's going to make life a little bit easier during this, we'll just call it a journey. I don't know how to edit videos yet. I will work on it. So I'm going to obviously not include any clips of him like limping and how he's walking right now, because he's like sleeping behind me, which I'll show him in a second. But I will post other videos after this one to show, you know, because it's still very new. It happened yesterday, so a lot of times he just started putting a little bit of weight on it today, but otherwise he normally does not use that leg. So I'm sure I'll get the chance to videotape that aspect of it and see how he progresses. And this way, if I videotape everything, if I record everything and watch it, even when I get discouraged, I'll be able to go back on the footage and see, you know, is he improving? Is it just me? Is he getting worse? Is this not just working? Or not just working? Not just whatever. Or am I going to need to go the surgical route? Am I going to need to get him a brace? All of those are up in the air right now. I'm just going to do the best I can for him at home, with just no activity or very low activity level of all leash, pee inside, rest, and that's it. So it's going to be quite the adjustment for all of us. But I'm not going to keep babbling on. I just wanted to kind of post this and kind of just remember, what the vet said and stuff like that. So this is for my own benefit as well as other people who might be going through this, or if somebody has advice or anything to contribute or even just share, knowing it's going to be quite the experience and time consuming and difficult, but he's my boy, so I'm going to obviously do everything I can for him to minimize his pain and do everything I can so he recovers quickly from it. Obviously, I've had a long day, haven't really slept, so I'm not making much sense. So I'm going to end this on a cute note of showing Chevy. I'll probably see Levi on the way, but so Levi is chewing on a bone right now. Levi, oh my goodness, he's such a tired boy. Levi, are you going to be good for your brother? Yeah, no more jumping up on him and playing crazy. And yes, that's Levi's very, very hairy bed. So Phoenix and Chevy are extremely close, and Chevy, ever since he's come back home, Phoenix has been kind of like, what's up, brother? So anyways, Chevy is resting. This is the leg that he injured. It's like not sensitive if I just like touch him and massage him. He's not a reactive dog, and even at the vet when they were manipulating his joint and stuff and doing the test that they do to check for the ligament, he tensed here because of pain and stuff, and he'd look back and kind of lick his lips, but nothing like aggressive or anything. My dog is very well handled to accept touch and everything, even if it's uncomfortable for him. I've been training him since when I adopted him at 5.5 months old, so he's used to being handled like everywhere and just accepting it. So they were really, really impressed with him, and they called him a tough kid because it's obviously a bad enough tear, and he's handling it pretty well. He is on it's not Medicam, but it's the generic brand of Medicam, which is a little bit cheaper. So I gave him a dose of that with his supper tonight. He's tired just because he had the car ride, he had the vet visit, he had all that stuff happening today. So he's kind of like zoinky and very tired. He didn't have a good rest last night, so he's catching up on it now. And I did let him on the couch. It's not a big jump, so it's not a lot of pressure on his back leg when he does that, and I just wanted him to be comfy for a little bit. And obviously I'm not going to let him jump on my bed, and in the back of the SUV I'm just going to put a towel and kind of hoist him up and stuff like that, or use a ramp. We'll just figure some stuff out. But anyways, it's going to be a long journey of several weeks, if not months, with him. So keep your fingers crossed that we don't need surgery and that we can manage this at home, and that he can recover without going through the ordeal of having to go through surgery and being at the vets and stuff like that more than he has to. So fingers crossed, and I'll keep you guys posted on how he's doing.